Hi there, my name is Molly. I am going to be showing you a fun, quick 20-minute workout focusing on strength, cardio, and just body weight exercises that you don't have to have any equipment. Plus, it's condensed in this 20-minute time frame that you can spend just on yourself, focusing on self-care and you, which will kind of tie into what I'll go over at the end of the workout, speaking about mental health and how fitness can play a very important role with that. All right, so all you need is yourself, maybe some water available, a towel. I know I tend to sweat more than others. So depending on how hard you're gonna work today, you might need it. So we're just gonna start with a regular squat. So you want your feet outside of your hips slightly, and you're going to keep your chest up, and we're just going to start right here. Dropping down, keeping the chest lifted, squeezing the shoulder blades. Now we're firing up those quads, but what a lot of people don't realize is how much core goes into a squat because it supports us. You want to feel that pressure in the heels. So just from a side view, you want that butt down, driving through the balls of your feet. So we'll hang out here just for about 15 more seconds. Now, as you start going into this workout, your heart rate's gonna get up as we work harder. So you wanna find that rhythm in your breath. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, shake it out. So we're gonna progress that movement. Now we're gonna stay with the squat, but we're gonna add a calf raise. So what that looks like, I'll demo it for you guys. You're going to drop into a squat and then lift up on your toes and drive the heels up. So from the side, you squat, lift up on the toes, make sure you don't lean forward over your knees because then that could create some issues with knee pain. So you really want to keep that upper body nice and solid. All right, so squat to calf raise. Ready? Go. Squat. Lift the heels. Drive up. Squat. Lift the heels. There. That way you can see my feet. Now, if this is something that is too difficult, that's okay. You can just continue with the squat and just go at your own pace. What's really cool about these videos is that you can hit pause at any moment in time and take those breaks as your body feels the need. Good, let's do 2 more. Very good, last one, and shake it out. Now, I like to tell people breaks are okay, but there's a difference between wanting a break and needing a break. So you kind of have to find the difference with your body on, oh man, my body's talking to me. I am not doing good form. So I'm going to take a break and reset. And that's totally okay because we don't want to compromise form when we're doing these movements. So now we're going to go into more cardio-like movement. So you're going to start with your hands up. Your arms are long, so you really want to bring that belly button into your spine, strong core. You're going to be driving the knee to your elbows, and then keeping your arms tall, you're going to swing your leg. So it'll look like this, knee to elbow, leg swing. And we're going to alternate sides. So this challenges your balance as well as your core in creating that cardio-like movement to get our heart rate up. All right, so arms tall. We start in 3, 2, 1. Drive the knee up, swing the leg. Again, doing this at your own pace. Breathing in as you drive the knee up, breathing out as you kick the leg straight. Getting a good burning sensation in the hip flexors. Keeping the hips nice and square. See, it's okay to mess up. Good. We're going to do one more on each side. And relax. So as I'm demoing, as I'm explaining, perfect opportunity to grab that water, towel off, do whatever you need to do. Now we're going to go into lunges. So I like to place my hands at my hips because sometimes when we go into these lunges, we can throw off our balance if our upper body is going all over the place, which happens a lot. So you want your hands at your hips, keeping the shoulders relaxed, and we're just going to start with a forward lunge. So you're stepping your feet or your foot out, dropping the knee, and then coming back to where you started. Then you do the opposite leg. So we're just going to go at our own pace, really feeling that stretch in the hips and making sure your nose, knee, and toe are in line. Because again, if your knee goes over the toe, then it's going to create that knee pain. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Lunge forward, nice deep lunge, dropping that back knee, and then pushing to get back to that starting point. Keeping the spine nice and tall. We're also getting some glute action here. See, this is a perfect example as you feel the burn, and we can get very good workout in without having equipment, which is very nice, especially in our current state of the world where we don't really want to go to gyms. Good, one more each side, and shake it out. Very good. So now we're gonna progress this movement by doing a combination. So we're gonna do that forward lunge, and then on the same leg, we're gonna do a reverse lunge, just to change things up and make it interesting. So hands on the hips, you'll step forward, come back to your baseline here, reach back, keeping the spine tall, and then sinking down. So forward and back, and then we switch to the other side, doing the same thing. All right, so we're getting that double work. Ready, hands at the hips, starting with that left leg. 3, 2, 1. Sinking down. Now this is a very controlled movement. So you don't want to do lunges super fast because you can compromise that form and not get the full potential out of the move. Again, keeping the core engaged, focusing on your breath, exhaling as you sink down. We're gonna do one more set on each side, and then we'll break. You gotta keep sinking down, keep feeling that push. Hup, and shake it out. So something that is that simple, as you can see, can get your heart rate up. So what I like to do are these circuits. That's kind of like my style, where we go through these exercises, you have a minimal rest, enough to reset your breath, and then you jump back in. That way your heart rate is doing this roller coaster, so we can burn that fat. Now we're gonna do an opposite knee to elbow situation with that swing that we did earlier. So hands behind the head, you're gonna have your elbows wide. You're gonna take your opposite elbow to opposite knee and then swing the leg. So it's here, working the obliques, and then still firing up and stretching those hamstrings. So feet are in line with hips, maybe slightly out. Hands behind the head, and we start in 3, 2, 1. Opposite knee, opposite elbow, leg swing. Alternating sides. Again, working that cardio-like movement, getting that heart rate lifted. Breathing out. Every time you take that elbow to knee and swing the leg out. Ha! making sure your elbow and knee meet in the middle. You want to make sure that one isn't overstretching than the other, if that makes sense. Good. Keep it going. One more each side. And relax the arms. Whew. So keeping the hands behind the head like that, we're not necessarily lifting anything, but you can feel your shoulders and your back are actively working because you're holding that stance right here. Okay, now we're gonna go right back to where we started with the squat, but we're gonna challenge ourselves with this one. So I'm gonna ask you to step your feet wider. So outside of the hips, toes are slightly pointed out. We're going to start with a regular squat. The only thing that's different than the first movement is our legs are wider, creating more of an inner thigh burn. Ready? Go. Still dropping the butt down, keeping the core engaged, and driving through the heels. Big exhale as you stand. Squeeze the glutes, open up the hips. Okay, you ready for a challenge? We're gonna start adding 2 pulses at the bottom. In 3, 2, 1. Pulse, pulse, up. So just small movements, getting a good burn in that lower body. Woo! We're gonna do 2 more. Last one, and relax. Okay, so those are all the movements we're doing. Not bad, right? We got through it, as you can see. That created a sweat. I'm sure you're in the same boat, unless you're in an air conditioning home. I'm in my garage, it's a little hotter in here. So what we're gonna do now is go through all of those exercises we just did, but now we're gonna create that circuit that I mentioned before. Going through, having that minimal time in between each exercise. We're just gonna run through it and everything's gonna be more intense and more with a purpose. Okay, so we're starting with a regular squat. Feet a little wider than hips. Resetting the body, the breath, dropping the shoulders. We start in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, each movement, we're here for 30 seconds. We can do anything for 30 seconds. Just think of this first exercise as setting the tone for the rest of our set. Good, you're halfway. Still controlling the breath, squeezing everything, making it your best squat. You got 4, 3, 2, 1. Now here's that minimal break. We have about 10 to 12 seconds in between. Enough to take that deep inhale, exhale. We're going in that squat calf raise. So feet are slightly outside the hips. And we start in 3, 2, 1. Squat. Raise up on the toes. Drive through the heels up. Squat. Up. Very good. Paying attention to your form, all those muscles that are engaged, all the muscles that are working together to create that power. Good. You got 10 more seconds here. Last 3, 2, 1. Woo! Again, another 10 seconds. Just taking that reset. We're doing our knee to chest with a leg swing. So arms are shooting straight up, driving the knee to the elbows. 3, 2, 1. Drive the knee, swing the leg. Alternating sides. Remember, we're picking up the intensity, or we're trying to reach whatever goal that you set at the beginning of the workout. Maybe it was just to finish. And that's an excellent goal to have. Maybe you have the opportunity to pick up the pace. That's cool too. Last 3, 2, 1. I like to even it out and finish. Woo. Okay, going to the lunges. Now, instead of doing the forward lunges, we're gonna just jump straight into that combo. Forward lunge to reverse lunge, alternating sides. Hands on the hips. Woo. We start in 3, 2, 1, go. Stepping forward and back, sinking down. Again, you have the opportunity to speed this up if that is available to you. You also have the opportunity to slow it down. Good, last 10 seconds. Try to get those lunges a little deeper. We always want to try to exceed those expectations. 3, 2, 1. 2 more exercises, and then we get a break. Then we're gonna go into a quick core, and we are done. Told you it was gonna be quick. All right, hands behind the head, opposite knee to elbow. Still doing that leg swing. Ready? Go. Now at this point in time, your heart rate is up a lot higher, so really focusing on the breath. Good, finding that balance, strong core. Getting that leg a little higher each time. Just pretend like you're a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. That's what I do. Last one on each side. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we came to the last. We're at the last exercise. We're doing those squat pulses. Wider squat, feet outside the hips, toes are slightly out. Strong upper body. 2 pulses at the bottom. We start in 3, 2, 1, go. Pulse, pulse, drive through the heels. Breathing out as you stand up. Big exhale. Whew. Halfway. Very good. Try to get that butt down a little deeper. You got 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. So that's a little taste of what a full body, no equipment circuit is. So grab some water, towel off. We have a couple minutes to spare. So we're going to do a quick core set. So if you have a yoga mat or somewhere where you can lay down, and it's not a hard surface, that will work. We're going to be doing something that I love, one of my favorites. They're called dead bugs. All right, so I'm going to scoot you closer to me so you can see. Okay, so this is where we're starting. You're gonna be laying down flat on your back. Legs are up, arms are up. What's happening is you're dropping the same leg and the same arm. Big exhale as you drop, controlling and using that lower ab. All right, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I said lower ab like you just have one ab. Sometimes I feel like I just have one ab. Whew. So now that we're doing core at the end, I like to do this because we've raised our heart rate, we're pumped up, and everybody loves core, so why not end with the best? We always save the best for last. Good, one more each side, and relax. Whew. All right, jumping straight into crunches. Everyone loves a good crunch. All right, hands behind the head. We want wide elbows. You're gonna be pressing the lower back into the mat, breathing out as you come up. 3, 2, 1. Small movements. Feeling the abs contract. Last 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Now, you have the option to do that for a couple more rounds. Completely up to you. Everyone's at their own level. I just wanted to add that in at the very end there, just to kind of put that exclamation point on our workout. So great job. Each time you do this workout, I mean, you can do it several times. You can have a goal for each time. You can run through that circuit multiple times. So that's what's really cool about, doing those circuits, because each time you can kind of build and get stronger. So something that I'm very passionate about, because it hits close to home, is doing good things for myself to improve my mental health and the state of my mental health. I went through a very intense postpartum depression period. I had my son in November of 2018, and January 2019, I ended up in the hospital, hospitalized. I'm glad that people around me recognized it. One of the best things I did, I got tools and ways to deal with the demons. So as well as, taking medication, which, it's so taboo. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, but I think that it actually helps to make it normal, and feel like we're not alone. So fitness is something that I love to get my frustrations out. When I'm feeling sad or angry or dealing with, just depression in general, just coming out to the garage, or, going, if you do have a gym that you're going to, or if you have a living room that you work out in, it's so great to set aside that time for you and do something for yourself, because we don't do that enough. We feel like we always have to do stuff for other people, which is great. And I think that's awesome. But I always have to remind myself that I have to take care of myself so I can take care of others. And that's something that I'm also passionate about. So self-care is important. Mental health is important. And if you have any questions or want to reach out to me, I'm very, very open. So please follow me on Instagram. I love being a part of Embrace, and I'm so happy that you're here doing my video. So stay safe, stay positive, stay empowered, and take care of yourself. Bye guys. Thank you.